Welcome into the next day of Mindset Mastery. We're talking about the terror barrier this week. We're talking about going beyond what's comfortable so that you can succeed better, recognizing that fear, that anxiety that comes up for what it is, rather than you thinking that it's a wrong decision. Oftentimes, most times, it's not. It's you limiting yourself because it's foreign, because it's unfamiliar. You deserve better. Okay. So, if you know you deserve better, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so that you can be notified every single time something happens inside this playlist. This is one of the best things you can learn, that you can recognize, that you can understand to move beyond so that you can have more, so that you can be more. Give a like on this video, drop a comment if you have a thought or question once done. As soon as you find value from it, I'd love to know. So drop me a like as soon as that happens. The ta-da moment is what I'm after. And I'd love to know that something inside of here resonated with you. Now, inside of this day, inside of this lesson, we're going to be reiterating what you probably already know. But remember from week 2, when we talked about the knowing doing gap, you might know a lot, but your results say something else. You might know that you're made for more. You might speak that you're made for more, but your physical results do not reflect how you feel and what you believe, right? Here's what I want you to think about and what I want you to recall. Thoughts, when persisted in, turn into an idea. The idea, whether positive or negative, makes it so we feel a certain way. It's the emotion that then comes out based on a thought we persisted in, right? When we feel a certain way, we behave a certain way. And when we behave a certain way, our action gives us our result, right? Our body is an instrument of the mind. Write that down if you're a note taker. If our body is an instrument of the mind, our body physically, what we're going to go do, what we go to say, what we don't go do, how early we wake up, how we respond to our spouse, anything in an attribute like we learned last week that we want to attain starts with the thought, starts with, am I good enough? Am I worthy? Am I deserving? What happens is oftentimes we can have a thought. We can try to persist in that thought so we feel that certain way, but then our body doesn't actually take form into doing the thing we think about, right? I want to make $800 a day. Let's just say that's my goal, okay? If you're a person wanting to make $800 a day, $27,000 a month, and you have only ever made, say, $7,000 a month, when you go to step into that goal, when you go to affirm what it is you desire, you come across what I call the terror barrier. You can't, you won't, you shouldn't. You have all these reasons, all these resources or lack of resources as to why that $27,000 in 1 month will not and cannot happen, right? So I want you to interrupt that pattern. I want you to think to yourself, what thoughts that then have turned into feelings, which determine your vibration, how you vibrate, how you feel is how you then behave. If I'm feeling down, if I'm feeling anxious, if I'm feeling nervous and fearful and doubtful and what if and oh my gosh and I can't and I don't have the resources, if I'm there and I'm thinking that, how then do I behave? Right? Just form it in a circle in your mind. Thoughts become things, right? If thoughts become things, how does it become a thing? The thought, when persisted in, turns into the idea, positive or negative. The idea determines how you feel about it. How you feel when you come emotionally involved, good or bad, that determines how you behave. Your behavior is your action. Your action then gives us the result, right? So I want you to think about a couple questions. When you've come up to a goal, let's say again, $800 in a day, $27,000 a month, just to give in the example. When you come up to that goal, let's say that's yours right now. Why would you have that goal? You set that goal for $800 a day. And in the end, that goal fizzles. Why do you never actually go get the $800 a day and have it consistently happen? Why does it fizzle? Write that down. That's something I want you to really think about this week. Okay. Another question, similar type of idea. How come when you set the goal, other people set a similar goal? Why then do only a select few people actually go hit the big goal? So for some, it fizzles. They don't actually persist. They don't actually see it through. For others, there's only a select few that actually hit the big goal. Why? We could all have the same goal of 27,000 a month. Why do only out of however many people, only a select few hit that goal? Write that down. Think about it. And then the last question, which has the same idea as the other two. Why does one know a lot, just like we talked about in week 2, the knowing doing gap? Why can one know a lot? They could be the most brilliant, smartest person in the room, but their results are inferior. It's like they don't match what they say. What they have is not what they express. Why is that? Think about those 3 questions as we go through these things this week. Because when you can understand those questions, you can very, very, very clearly recognize when the terror barrier is coming, because it's based on what you don't yet understand. You don't yet know why it happened. And how you can smash through the terror barrier is by recognizing, why aren't my results reflecting what I believe, what I say? Why are the masses not doing as they want to do? They're just doing as they are, and they aren't thinking about it. And could I right now, just like you watching this video, could you right now set a goal that would push you beyond what you've done, that would allow you to go beyond the terror barrier, even when you get the anxiety, even when you get the fear, the doubt, the I don't know if I can, I don't know if I should, do I have the resources? When you have those thoughts, you can now recognize how to push beyond it. Because when you can push beyond the terror barrier, you will not only have your conscious and subconscious mind be reflecting your physical results, but you'll also be impacting others to do the same, which is what we're after, right? That contagious energy. Now, if you found value from this video, if you're going to now think about those 3 questions, if you're going to take and in turn actually internalize why your goals right now are fizzling, why it is that other people can do it, but you are not part of the select few who have. When you can understand what that is and you can tie it to the terror barrier, you'll be able to look back, even in a current present moment, and say, I didn't push beyond it. Here's how I'm going to do that now. I'm going to recognize it and I'm going to go beyond it. Okay. If you found value from this, give me a like. If you want to collaborate, drop me a comment below. We'll see you on the next day with Grace, Kirsty.